Yeah, please go ahead. Is that a MIC? Is it no? Let me hold it. It's okay. Thank you so much. Well, what a year has been, right? I mean, just a year ago, President Trump got elected on the same day. These 12 months have been a heck of 12 months. Thank you to the board because I think they had to weather quite some storms of institutional investors, and obviously thank you to you, and we stand with you. I think we showed it and we will show it. So, we would like to express a wish, please. This is a nice venue. We love coming to the factory, and I think it's actually great we're doing this at the factory, but there are thousands of retail investors who are crying because they come to me. I love playing the mama, but I now give it to you. Please organize a bigger venue. We're bigger than Berkshire and we will do better than Berkshire. Okay. Sure. We can pay to make it happen. Yeah. Actually Tesla will be way bigger than Berkshire long term. It's going to be kind of nutty. Alright, we'll do the next one. Maybe we'll do it in the year, maybe the downtown arena or the soccer stadium or something like that, and get your security checked. We want to make sure that you're safe. What if I just be and weave? But we want a party, and if you can bring the other Elon companies there as well, investors would really appreciate. Alright, sounds good. Thank you very much for listening to this. Alright. Elon, as a father, I just want to first thank you for everything you're doing in the world, especially freedom of speech. Thank you. And one question, will you or Tesla ever consider FSD tied to a owner's account rather than a vehicle to encourage more frequent upgrades, provided the transfer is to only a brand new Tesla vehicle, while fostering brand loyalty if the vehicle is sold or traded without upgrade to another Tesla? FSD ownership would end. Well, we have done that a few times. I guess we could extend it again. Alright. We'll extend it. We'll extend it for at least another quarter. And then play it by year after that. Alright. Howdy Elon. Congrats on not having to show up to work for free anymore. Yeah. We now have over a $40 billion war chest. We're cash flow positive and remain that. We know how you feel about fiat already. Is it time to take a look at Bitcoin? What's your belief on that? Also, you've hinted towards that there's a wheelchair-accessible model in the works. Were you referring to the Robovian? And if so, can we please speed up production to help the least fortunate? Sure. Yeah, obviously we need a vehicle that's big enough to fit a wheelchair that's wheelchair-accessible. So I think that is other Robovan or Robus or whatever we call it. I mean it's not like we were slowing down because we want to slow down. It's like we're spinning like a zillion plates here. But I do think it would be very cool, because I think aesthetically as well, it just would change the look of the roads and make it feel like the future. So it won't be long before we make that. But since we do have Optimus, we've got Cybercap, Optimus, and Semi all next year. It'll probably have to be maybe the year that, a couple years from now or something like that. But we certainly will make her a wheelchair-accessible vehicle. Hi Satoshi. I was privileged enough to attend the Investor Day, and you also talked about the factory being a product, and I saw the dry cathode method and so forth, and I wanted to know the progress in that, and also would Optimist be working on that in the future, a production line in the future? Yeah. I guess the dry cathode, man, that's turned out to be a lot harder than we thought. It does look like it's going to be successful, and it will have some cost advantage relative to wet cathode. But if I had to wind the clock back, I would probably have gone with wet cathode instead of dry cathode. Cause it just turned out to be a lot harder to make it high capable of high volume production with super high reliability. But we will be scaling up our battery cell production at Tesla and looking for cell production from our suppliers as well because we're going to be ramping up production very dramatically at Tesla. So now that we believe we have a full self-driving, that we have autonomy solved, or at least, or within a few months of having it, unsupervised autonomy solved at a reliability level significantly better than human. It's not that means it's time to ramp up production, because the value proposition is now much greater than a regular car. The killer app really is for people. Can you text and drive, or can you sleep and drive? Can the car take you to a destination, or do you need to pay attention and and have to drive it? And before we allow the car to be driven without paying attention, we need to make sure it's very safe. But like I said, we're on the cusp of that. I know I've said that a few times, but we really are at this point, and you can feel it for yourselves with the 14.1 release. So what we're going to push to expand vehicle production as fast as we possibly can. So aspirationally we aim to increase vehicle production by about 50% by the end of next year. So yeah. So that's it's very hard to increase production, but that's roughly, I don't know. Maybe we get to, I'm just guessing at an exit rate to by the end of next year of around 2.7 million vehicles annualized production, and then aim to get to maybe 4 million by the end annualized rate by the end of 27. And then maybe 5 million by the end of 28. Those are rough, those are our aspirational goals. So this is a gigantic increase in output. Which means that the entire supply chain has to move in unison with that increase in volume. And the nature of producing a large complex product is that it moves as fast as the least lucky dumbest element in the entire system, and there's 10,000 plus items. But this, like I said, this really is it's not just a new chapter for Tesla, it's a new book, and that new book is massively increasing vehicle production and are ramping up Optimus production faster than anything's ever been ramped up before in history.